Lockdown-weary Australians are more worried about the pandemic's toll on their job and mental health than the actual virus itself. That's the finding of an exclusive nationwide YouGov News Corp poll that digs into how Australians are dealing with the disaster. Let's go live to Canberra on this very issue. Jonathan Lee brings us up to speed now with all the latest too. Jonathan, it seems older Australians have fared better though.
That's right, Pete. If you're an older Australian, if you're vaccinated, you're certainly doing better at the moment. Also, if you're on a decent wicket, if you earn more than $100,000, you're twice as likely to be better off over the last 3 months. But if you're a younger Australian on casual work, you're suffering at the moment, your mental health is down and things aren't looking good for you. So that's a quick breakdown. Let's jump into these graphics and show you at home how this is playing out. It's quite a considerable poll, more than 3,000 people across the nation. If you get the time, I should say, get online in the Australian newspaper. It breaks down age, sex, where you live, metro, regional areas. It's really quite comprehensive. People were asked about their biggest fears at the moment. It's not just one fear, multiple fears. Business and job loss at the top of the list. Mental health impact at 50%, 56%. It was actually much higher in Victoria and New South Wales. Lots more COVID cases and deaths came in at 51%. Catching COVID, though, Pete, was down at 46%. That rate's lower than actual job losses. Bear in mind that personal freedoms aren't even in the top 5. So people are more concerned about their job and earning money than giving up their personal liberties at the moment. Asked about the long-term impact of homeschooling on their child, 52% believe it's a negative effect, much higher in Victoria also, where 2/3 of people, where students have been in lockdown for a better part of 8 months, I believe it will have a long-term negative impact there. 17% said homeschooling has actually been a positive impact. So I suppose if you're sending your kids to a bad school and you got a chance to sit down and go through their maths, they might be doing a little bit better at home. Asked about closing schools during lockdown, 45% said they should be open once staff are vaccinated. 14% said they should be open now, even if staff are still unvaccinated. 32% schools should not be shut.
And what does it say about people's finances?
Yeah, as we said, if you're a little bit older and you've got some money in the bank and you're vaccinated, you're sitting pretty at the moment, but you don't want things to continue for too much longer. How their personal financial situation has changed in the past 3 months. 54% said things, well, they're about the same at the moment. 35% you're worse off, 11% better off. When it comes to families' well-being, 48% about the same, 44% said things were worse at the moment, Pete. You can imagine if you're a young family, if you're relying on that casualised work, you're certainly struggling. Get on the Australian, have a look. It's fascinating reading.
All right, Jonathan Lee, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.